Alright, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, we were about to do culty thing. You like doing culty stuff, right? I love them culty things. Let's cult it up. Just call me the cultinator. How do I... This game and play inspired me to play Skyrim. It's funny, I've been in the mood to play Oblivion and Fallout 3 because of this game. That's not going to happen for a while. But it is something that has been perking the back of my mind, I'm not going to lie. Is there no... Damn right. Only cults drink cigarettes. What do I think of this so far? Well, the score over here is pretty indicative. Yeah, red numbers are good numbers. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's what we want out of this game, right? We want good numbers. Oh my god, it handles so badly. It's so hard to even explain it. Like, look at it. It's just... Are you watching this? That back and forth, that's not me. I'm not hitting left or right. It's just scrolling left and right. This is me going straight. I'm not even holding anything down. This is just me holding forwards and nothing else. Yeah, the horse, because let's be clear, this is a horse, programming-wise. I actually don't know, Trithan. It's a good question. This is, I don't know what to describe this as. Do you guys get out of my way, please? I really don't care about any of you. Honestly, I'm not sure, Trithan. That's sort of what we're testing here, if I might be so bold. Because this is ridiculous. I haven't even gotten around the city yet. Am I even going the right way? I'm not sure if I am. Kind of, maybe. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I think I just aggroed the innocent NPCs by bumping into one of their animals, so I may have just screwed everything over anyways. No, 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 no! Okay, hang on. We'll find out in a second if, like, the whole faction just went aggro to me. That is probably the smart move, Spartan. Most people can't keep pace with me. Now, you might think, that sounds bragging. And that's because it is. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Like, someone please clip this. I want you to understand. This is me not... Like, hang on. Let me get to a flat stretch of terrain, and then I'm going to not steer. And you're going to understand how bad this is. Okay. I am no longer steering here. Hands off. I'm just holding the acceleration. Nothing else. Okay, this is a bad example because it's a hill. But, like, do you see that back and forth ice sliding wobbling thing it's doing? That's not me. There's no steering happening. That's just what's happening. Man, let me not. Oh no. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what this is, Plutonia. It's like, oh, you need to go forward. No problem. No, you need to go forward. No problem. Oh, you need to go forward. No problem. 30. Go to 10. Okay, here we go. Straight. This. Right here. This is me just holding the accelerator and nothing else. Jesus Christ. Where am I? Yeah, I'm starting to think, oh god, we're about where we were last time when we were just running. Yeah, you know what? I've decided I'm not going to get rid of those negatives to traversal. Might add a couple, though. Like, ignoring the obvious fact that this is silly, it is legitimately hard to control. And it's also weirdly restrictive in where you could drive. Which makes a degree of sense, but at the same time, from a gameplay perspective, limits its usage substantially. I mean, I guess it's one of those, you know, name a Bethesda game that has a car in it things. In other words, they just don't know how to program a car. I would love for modders to rip into this game and be like, so, what is making the car move? Like, actually. Like, how is it actually happening? One sentence rumination. So the silver number is like 139 or something like that. It's actually on the website. But one sentence rumination for the last act. Unearned. I know that's one word, but you know what? I like to be efficient. Unlike some people. I'm still drifting left. Did you see that? I was just drifting left. Listen, that's not true anymore, Meatfist, because remember, they just laid off a few hundred people. I actually have no idea how many people they laid off. Or if any. They might not have laid off any, who knows? Well, we did it. We got here. Oh god, 4 NPCs just linked together. I have no idea what they're doing with this nonsense, but yeah. Okay, let's go kill everybody. Because that's literally what we're here to do. Horse. Just make it a mechanical horse if you're concerned about it. Make it an alien horse? I don't know.
No mercy.
True. The serpent shows no mercy. Although, that's a bit of a rude name to call me there.
I've been struck.
Yeah, they're just called Varun Zealots. You were right, Meatfist.
I won't get.
That's a lot of enemies. That is a lot of enemies.
Unacceptable! You'll pay for that!
That was strange. I like ran into a wall on the ground.
Reloading! Ah! I can't see!
Ah, that's what it was. I was hit by a stun gun. No, don't do that.
My head! Ah! My head!
That's more than your head, but you know what? I appreciate you acknowledging that you're about to die. Yeah, the laser actually has pretty short range. Don't think about that too much.
Run from me, will you? I'm
Can I help you?
This pain is... Find them! They cannot have gotten far! The great serpent delivered you to me!
Yes. That is technically what's happening. I'm actually running low on med packs. They can't call themselves Ouroboros, they're Zealots. Duh. How would we know they're bad guys if we don't call them Zealots?
Now, deliver your suffering! Ah! Oh.
Not really, Yura. Why? Or I suppose how might be a better question.
Cursed wretch! You mustn't allow the heretic to escape! You cannot plead justice!
Oh my god, they figured out a door. I am honestly a little surprised by that. I mean, I don't blame you, Yura. It's Fallout. As I said before, the setting got better when the bombs fell, and that's saying something.
If you're here to help, that zealot had a key. You have to get me out of here.
You got it.
We've got this!
Alright, so she's dead. That was the hostage I was sent to rescue, by the way. Okay, so the Zealots have apparently done something to some of their people. It's part of their recruiting, and they call them redeemed. Not a lot of details, but, you know, I'm sure we'll see those shortly. We'd better, Yura. Or else. Who am I in combat with? What is this, Oblivion? There's a rat 3 miles from here that's like, I hate that guy! Here's a redeemed. Okay. Let's out of here a little bit. Yep, that's me. That's actually, I'm pretty sure that's a misuse of the word, but it doesn't matter. What am I in combat with? Why can't I craft when I'm in combat, by the way?
Someone is here. Find them. Interview time. Turn off the radar.
Wait, what? That's what I thought. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Gone for now.
Come on. There we go. Come here, onto the bed, onto the bed. Or, you know what? That looks comfy, right? That looks comfy. Alright, can I make, like, anything worth a damn? Nope. Cool. Good to know. No, so this quest has 2 possible options. You can rescue the hostages, or you can kill everyone. Now, the rescue the hostages thing allows the local zealot to retain control of the other zealots, thus continuing their arrangement. Killing them all involves killing all the zealots.
I've been struck!
So,
Your judgment is at hand! I'm moving! You won't stop me!
how does one join a snake cult? It's actually very easy. You show up on their planet, walk through a cave while they exposit at you, and then you're in. Now that sounds like a joke. That's how we joined. Oh, you can also be born into it. Whoops. God dang it. That's on me. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Archeon Vale. Nothing outlasts the Energizer Starfield. It just keeps sucking and sucking. Trust in me. Thank God it's hard to navigate. It's so dark. And yeah, I know. Look, what you do as part of your job is your business, Talia. I'm here to judge. There we go. So, sometimes we like to say things that are exaggerative to make a point. I do that all the time. I am quite unabashed in doing that because it's fun, and it helps to make the aforementioned point. Thing is, I want to stress that what I'm about to say is not an exaggerative. Have you ever had a situation where it's probably a work of science fiction? They love to do this, right? So there's some sci-fi work. And in the middle of that sci-fi work, there's this thing where it's like, hey, there's this robot that was programmed to make sure that the people stayed alive. And so the people stayed alive, as in kept breathing, in like this horrible death doom state, completely devoid of any of the substance of what that means. Right, of course there's no local thing. Is that it? We done? You can name probably several examples. Soma comes to mind as well. But there are quite a few examples of this in science fiction. So I say all that to make it very, very clear that what I'm about to say, I say without hyperbole. I think that Bethesda has reached the point of being that robot. That they have an understanding... No, let me phrase that a little bit differently. That they lack an understanding of what it is that they used to make in terms of game design. And why people used to actually like their stuff. And they are broken down to the point where they are, you know, emulating without understanding. Completely losing the soul of what it is they were trying to make. Now, it's not like BRPGs have ever been like the true standard of Amazo quality or whatever. But this? Good afternoon, Evo. Yeah, we can probably take solace in the fact that whatever Dragon Age 4 is, it's probably not this bad. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this. So we're just gonna go through the ground here really quick. Okay, so that's what I thought was happening. Yeah, we're having some marker tracker issues. Everyone in chat, some guy comes out through the wall and points a burning laser directly at your face. What do you do?
I'm wounded! I've been stuck! You'll pay for that.
I mean, obviously you die, but like, what else do you do?
I'm hit.
This guy's level 60.
Stop me.
Why is this guy level 60?
I am promised.
This is what level 60 means in this game.
Not my time.
Okay, he's dead. Probably Archeon Bale. I assure you, this was definitely factory worker, mass-produced out the wazoo, right? I actually mentioned this during my original review of Starfield. As weird as it may sound, getting voice acting is actually pretty easy. 37, flag end. getting voice direction. That's expensive. Now it's telling me to go back, and now it's telling me over here. Okay, what actually are we doing at this point? What is the quest?
Prepare for judgment!
What? Where did you come from?
I'm hit! The serpent show! No,
Where did all of you come from? Did you all just respawn instantly? Oh no, this is outside. Okay. Makes a little more sense.
The great serpent demands blood!
In my defense, it's a better than usual mining laser. I wish I could kit this thing out, though. Get more damage with it. So this is gonna be a minute. Since we're already fully in cheat territory, I'm just gonna turn on God mode and, you know, kill these people. Hi. Making me worse. Fiend, wait. The cheat runner has struck again. Hi. Hello. Would you like to melt to death? Would you like to melt to death? Anyone else want to melt to death? Hello? 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 It's out of range. It's out of range. There we go. Do you know the mining laser has recoil, by the way? Here, watch. It's slight, but do you see how it's slowly raising there? No, this is with the in-game music. There actually is music playing. I don't blame you for not being able to tell, but there is, in fact, music playing right now.
Run from me, will you?
Who said that?
And now for your judgment!
Who's talking? Oh, hello.
I'm wounded! I've been killed!
Please stop killing me. Thank you. Have you never played Desert Bus Hero?
I'm hit! Stop me!
For how many fundamental things these people have been screwing up with regards to story design, it wouldn't surprise me if they've forgotten fundamental things with regards to gameplay design as well. I am reasonably certain that if I sat down, picked up Game Maker right now, and tried to make a Mega Man level in it, right now, with no understanding of how Game Maker works, or any idea what I'm doing, I would probably still make a better game than Starfield. That's not hyperbole. That's just the truth. What am I missing, game? Mega Man Maker is much easier to understand, but no, I mean Game Maker. Make my own Mega Man game, not a level. Now it says to go down again. I mean, Desert Bus might unironically be one of the worst games ever made, if not the worst. But so the quest marker keeps getting stuck at leave no witnesses. By presumption, I will assume there's still someone alive here. But that is presumption, because who's left? I even killed your dumb boss, game. This is MSQ. I can't exactly skip this. Listen, bugs do not exist in Bethesda games. Hello? 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 You're probably wondering why I'm shooting my laser, because surely that wouldn't make them show up. Well, fun fact. As we've already shown, when you shoot the laser, what's actually happening is it's just shooting an invisible round of ammo every few seconds, because it has the same general mechanics of an assault rifle. So, in other words, and we've already demonstrated this too, each one of these shots makes a sound, which can then aggro nearby enemies. Yeah, it literally has individual bullet holes. Look, look. You think I'm joking? Look at it. Hey, let me do a smooth line top to bottom. Yep. Yeah, you think I'm joking. This game is trash. This game is actual trash. The people who worked on this should be ashamed of themselves. So this is just going to take me outside again. Again. And it's going to tell me to go right back in. I don't... I don't even have a turn in. I can't just go turn in. It's just like... leave no survivors. Leave no witnesses. Okay. Hang on. Really quick. Thank you, Caspian. Always appreciate. What did you put that down towards? Let's see. Star Trek. 25th anniversary. Dragon Age 4. And the Homeworld block. Done. Yeah, leave no witnesses. There are none! Alright. Hang on. So this is... what's the name of this stupid quest? Zealous Overreach. Here we go. You're trying to make sure I don't finish the game today, aren't you? That's what this really is. I don't... Huh, okay. Well, hang on, let's go back down. Oh, here this time. Yeah, no, this is what we call a baseball bat game, Archeon Vale. Nary a kneecap shall survive. Nope, this isn't it. No, it's down here somewhere. Yes, Chemic, I believe, was someone who liked this game.
Great Serpent, protect me!
Okay, we found a hostage. Thank God. We're here to rescue the hostages, by the way. Yeah, they are. Here's the rest of the hostages. Hey!
I wake serpents to help me!
Zero, protect us!
There's no running. Die quickly. Okay. Like, there's supposed to be some big dilemma here, right? Because the idea boils down to, you can rescue the hostages, but that ensures that the Zealots will keep working with the even more evil Zealots. And they'll keep being terrorists and attacking people, because they're raiders. Or, you can kill all the hostages, which ensures that the Zealots will go away and not be a problem anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Sub-Zero. It's been a minute, okay? Give me a break. God. That's the quest we're doing right now. It's I don't have anything to add to that, really. Yes, the needs of the many. If this is a game I cared about, I might be broken up about killing innocent hostages, but, you know... Are you a hostage?
Serpent, save me. I don't wish to die here.
Goodbye. Alright, we did it. We killed all the hostages. Cool. Hey, quest game. So. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk quest markers. Yeah, see, here's this wonderful, wonderful thing. For years, I've been a defender of quest markers. I still am, by the way, for the record. I still actually stand by the idea that quest markers can be a good thing. And I tend to prefer having them over not, usually. However, the problem with quest markers is when you design it such that they are essentially mandatory. You know, when you design it so that nothing is indicating what's going on other than the quest markers, you have several problems with it, right? First and foremost, if you want to play without quest markers because you like playing in HUDless mode or whatever, well, then you're screwed. Because there is no real way to play it. Now, the golden example I've used of this for years was Skyrim. In Skyrim, you will get a quest. This is not a joke. You'll get a quest that says, go to this cave, and in this cave, loot this item. He does not give you any directions to where that cave is. There are no directions to where that cave is. There's not even a vague thing in some cases of where in the world, like region-wise, where that cave is. Sometimes it's nearby, sometimes it's in a region, and sometimes you get nothing at all. How do you navigate to the cave? The quest marker. So you see the problem there. But hang on. There's one last flaw with the quest markers concept. And that is the fact that if the quest markers are wrong, then you have nothing to go off of, and it's misleading. You know, like the quest I literally just did. There was a navigation marker saying, go here. And if you're paying attention, and I didn't call it out, so forgive me, if you were paying attention, it said, go outside. Now go inside. Now go outside. Now go inside. And it never moved. I had to go look up a walkthrough in order to figure out where the hostages were, in order to go and kill them, in order to progress the mission. These are clearly defined objectives. This game, Oblivion, had the ability to attach a quest marker to an NPC, a roaming NPC. And yet, this quest marker just said they're inside, now they're outside, then they're inside, now they're outside. Now, I don't know if that's a bug, an oversight, or just bad design. But this is why quest markers can be a very bad thing. At the end of the day, quest markers should be what all such quality of life features are. Optional. It should be something you, the player, have the option to do to make your gameplay experience better for you. Skyrim already screws this up, but Starfield goes that extra little mile. They do also help with people who don't have difficulty with senses of direction. No judgment. We ain't here to judge. Now hang on. I'm going to save and then reload the game because I just noticed it's chugging a little bit. So, obviously, we have to flush the RAM because this game was made on cardboard with duct tape by monkeys. Yes, Kitten fan. Unironically and unapologetically, yes. Honestly, ditto, Jathan. I know we could argue about the definitions, but I would have to really think about the last AAA game I really enjoyed. I'm sure there is one. Just not sure I can think of one off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the review list. I wouldn't call XCOM AAA. This is... okay, sure, yeah. I would also not call Baldur's Gate 3 AAA. Nintendo, ironically, is over there in its own corner. However, Tears of the Kingdom was also a heavily asterisk game, and therefore, even if it is actually AAA, I'm not sure that qualifies. And Final Fantasy XVI was another heavily asterisk game, which aggravated the crap out of me repeatedly. That would be really funny, Bregman. I will admit the last quadruple A game I played I enjoyed quite a lot. In fact, I think it's still our third or fourth highest rated game we've ever covered. Yeah, Doom I'll kind of... I don't know. I suppose we're getting into definitions at that point. GTA 5, Evo. The Yakuzas? I don't know. I don't know much about the developers. Yeah, there's a lot of magenta on this planet. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not actually being hyperbolic when I call GTA 5 a quadruple A game. If anything qualifies...
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
I can't do anything.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we?
There's new... What?
The person I wanted to see.
What new difficulty option, Sub-Zero?
Tell me you bring good news.
I didn't even heard anything about that in the patch notes. The Zealots betrayed you. I didn't find a single living hostage.
Serpent, steal me.
These are exactly the actions I warned you about, Rasma.
What's going on here? And who is this? These are private negotiations. Or have you forgotten?
Oh, these are hardly negotiations when you have nothing to barter with me, Hale. Did you think I wouldn't find out? And this is Anasco's chosen vindicator. He infiltrated your base and has just informed me that my nieces and nephews aren't even alive!
Lies! Would I be here otherwise?
Of course you would. You've been waiting for this moment, to hold power over one of Dazra's noble houses.
You just want to watch them squirm, thinking you finally have the upper hand.
But even more satisfying knowing I have the upper hand. Why would I jeopardize that?
And do you think we'll believe your word over Anasco's chosen?
These negotiations are done, Mihail. House Kadik is through dealing with you and your kind.
You'll regret this betrayal. All of you. This so-called Vindicator is nothing but a false idol. He's not even one of us! A heretic, here to lead you all astray! I should purge you where you stand.
Tell the big snake in the sky I said hello.
I'll make you penitent.
Your corpse shall be the great star!
And he's dead.
You will suffer! Open struck!
I suppose I should have expected this. Zealots truly are unpredictable. House Kadik is in your debt. For better or worse.
The serpent embraces your lost family.
Well spoken, Vindicator. I should have listened to you, Jamal. You were always the wiser one.
You give me too much credit, sister. You are the house elder for a reason.
Yes. And our house has suffered many losses. From one catastrophe to the next.
This is your chance to build, and to be even stronger than before. Crush the heretic!
Now that Jamal and I are aligned, it's a chance we'll take full advantage of. I only wish it didn't take this to lead us here.
The Vindicator
Line
is...
ratings are awful!
We will see this through and be stronger for it. But we need to turn our attention toward the mourning device.
Yes. And I assume you were able to recover Sahima's research.
Yes.
At least we had some level of success. Go. Head back to Dazra. See that Ekris gets it. And hopefully this plan of his will work.
And Vindicator, a token of my gratitude for aiding House Kadik.
You're welcome. Now go to hell. Alright, so hang on. Holy crap. Are these actual options? So, we could change ammo weight, carry capacity, cargo access distance. Oh. There's an experience penalty. Why is there... Oh my god. I was this close to dropping some positives on this game's face. I mean, I'm still going to, because these are still options, but like, what? You know what? I no longer have any afflictions in combat. In fact, the environment doesn't affect me anymore either. Turn off aim assist, please. Get that crap off. So, let's go down the list, okay? Enemy combat damage, our damage. Enemy ship damage, our ship damage. Weight of ammo, on or off. How much our carry capacity we have. We're going to crank that, by the way. I want super increased experience. How far we can access our cargo from the ship. How many credits vendors have. How much healing how much healing we get from items, from sleep, and from food. Whether or not sustenance gives us positive only or positive and negative, depending on if we're keeping up on that. That's a good feature. I like that. That's from Skyrim. Actually, that's from a Skyrim mod, but anyways. Whether or not you get combat afflictions, how you treat afflictions, how afflictions get better or worse, whether you get environmental damage and afflictions, and how those get better, aim assist for controllers only, whether you save on rest, wait, travel, or pause. These are good options, like it or not. But that little additional addendum there of adding an experience penalty, why? Yeah, you notice the damage ones have no experience penalty. We've been cranked to very easy since the beginning because this game is terrible. And because enemies already have way too much health, as I think I've demonstrated entirely too much. But those are surprisingly decent difficulty options, and so credit where credit is due. Huh, thank you for bringing that to my attention, Sub-Zero. I didn't hear anything about that in the patch notes, so that's actually news to me. Like, for those of you not aware, really good difficulty options are things that allow you to scale how much experience you gain up and down, based on your own particular desires. You want to do a low-level playthrough? Done. You want to over-level everything? Done. You want to do a quick round of leveling, but you don't want to take it forever because you don't have that much time? Turn it up while you're leveling, and then turn it right back down again. Those are really good options. This...
The Great Serpent saved Dazra from sin. See?
No. Damn it. I don't remember Xenoblade 2, like, at all. But maybe? I don't know. I was actually thinking of Bravely Default or the Pixel remasters.
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco, took measure of his burdens.
What is with that frame rate? Are you seeing that?
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream, a message from the Great Serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother, I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. Ah, were you able to find Sahima?
Yes. Here you go.
Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dul Kef and Vathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
Well said.
Thank you, Vindicator. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense.
American politics?
Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Cool. Or, better option, let's not do that. Well, okay, fine, she's right
Do you
here.
seek counsel? I have seen visions of Anasco, searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence.
Yes, our lives are governed by the Great Serpent.
Well put. The Great Serpent's works are imperceptible, even to heralds like myself. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly.
I love caves.
There, you will make contact with a Nazco Varun.
Yes, I will. I will do this thing for you, for I believe in the Great Serpent.
It is as the Great Serpent foretold.
If the Great Serpent foretold, I would believe in the Great Serpent.
Witnessed two futures. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him.
That sounds amazing.
Indeed. But there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on the minute chance Anasco is present.
You must have faith, my man.
I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same.
Yes, to the cave! To the cave!
Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater.
To the crater
You'll
cave.
find an entrance.
Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Step through.
Yeah, Okay, so, to the cave. Where am I going? The cave. Okay, so just for the hell of it, I just asked AI to write a Starfield DLC. You ready for this?
Would you mind confirming my data? Of course.
So,
We can't afford to be incorrect.
Echoes of the Forgotten Horizon is the expansive new DLC for Starfield, introducing players to a forgotten sector of the galaxy where ancient technology, lost civilizations, and deadly new factions await. This DLC explores the remnants of an ancient alien race, the Horizon Builders, whose advanced technology has the potential to reshape every faction in the galaxy. So, features. New star system, the Horizon Reach. The Horizon Reach is a remote star system at the edge of explored space. It's known for intense radiation fields, strange gravitational anomalies, and eerie silence. The system holds 12 planets. Some are habitable, some are ravaged by cataclysmic event caused by the remnants of the Horizon Builders technology. There's also a black hole there, for some reason. New faction, the Echo Syndicate, a shadowy group of scavengers, mercenaries, and rogue scientists who specialize in salvaging and studying the Horizon Builders technology. While their motives remain unclear, the Echo Syndicate is obsessed with unlocking the secrets of the Horizon Reach. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Okay, cool. Their leader, Astra Calloway, is a former member of the United Colonies Science Division with deep knowledge of the Horizon Builders' history. Players can join the Echo Syndicate, gaining exclusive tech, powerful new weapons, unique quests. However, their morally gray methods could put them at odds with the other factions. See, now you know this is nonsense, because there's no such thing as cross-factional anything in Bethesda games. New ancient technology, the Horizon Relics. Players will be able to discover Horizon Relics, powerful alien artifacts left behind by the Horizon Builders. These relics can be equipped to your ship or your character. They give buffs to combat exploration or ship performance. However, activating them comes at a price. Strange glitches in reality, temporary hallucinations, or attracting the attention of dangerous cosmic entities. The sex scavengers. We will find what is left of the sex. What's left over afterwards. Anyways, let's see here. Relics can be unlocked through exploration, faction quests, or deciphering ancient texts, because there's a new main quest line, the Ascension Protocol. The main quest line revolves around the discovery of a massive Horizon station called the Ascendant, located at the center of the Horizon Reach system. This station holds key to the mysterious disappearance of the Horizon Builders and their technology. As you venture into the station, you'll uncover clues about their rise and fall and the apocalyptic consequences of their experiments. Choices throughout the story will affect how the factions across the galaxy will react. What in God's name? Will react to the knowledge of the Horizon Builders. New planets to explore. A volcanic world with intense heat. A water world with towering deep sea. A weird spider creature thing. And a barren arid world. There's also new ships and equipment. Horizon-class ships. A whole new line of ships inspired by Horizon Builder technology, with sleek designs and advanced energy shields. These ships come with customizable components, including warp drives that allow for faster-than-light travel. That's impressive. There's also nano armor, a new class of armor that uses nanotech, which gives resilience to, oh god. Oh, I'm dead. Sorry. Which gives, where was I? I lost track. By the way, we're on turbo easy right now. Which can give you temporary invisibility or kinetic absorption. Phase Blades, a new melee weapon, which involves hitting TGM, so you can just skip all this boring combat. They cannot be, they skip shields. But there are no shields in this game. New challenges. Anomalous entities. Why am I running? Just, yeah, die. Just die. I do have my superpower still. I keep forgetting they even exist. And that they're completely immune to them. That's good to know. Strange otherworldly creatures known as anomalous entities begin to appear across the Horizon Reach. These entities are manifestations of energy and matter that appear to be tied to the Horizon Builders technology. They are hostile to all life forms, and their appearance signals a shift in the fabric of space-time. These entities vary in form and power. With some being highly intelligent. and capable of communicating with the players, while others are mindless predators. Players will need to adapt to fight or avoid these dangerous creatures. New game modes. Horizon Expedition mode. A new game mode where players embark on a journey to discover and catalog the Horizon Builder's relics. In this mode, the focus is... This is really long. It focuses on exploration and discovery. Players can form teams with NPC companions or fellow players in the multiplayer mode to explore the ruins of lost cities, engage with the Echo Syndicate, and uncover the deep secrets of the Horizon Reach system. That's the exit. There's also a new Ascension difficulty that increases the challenge of the game in all aspects: combat, exploration, and survival. More powerful enemies, rarer resources, and more complex environmental hazards. The rewards are extraordinary, including ship parts, weapons, and relics. There's also a launch event. What? To celebrate the launch, players receive a limited-time quest chain called the Last Echo, which has a unique, one-of-a-kind ship, the Echo Vanguard. The special ship is the result of an ancient Horizon Builder experiment gone wrong and holds untold power. However, players must race against other factions to unlock the ship's potential. There's also endgame content. Jesus Christ, this is still going. After completing the main storyline, players will be able to return to the Horizon Reach system and explore its final secrets, including the hidden relics that can alter the course of galactic politics. The decisions made throughout the DLC will influence the power dynamics of the galaxy in all future expansions and updates. Okay. That's it. It's finally done. Yep, nope, that was by ChatGPT specifically. Now, what's really funny is I specifically asked for a DLC, not an expansion. Although I'm not sure an AI would actually understand the difference between those terms.
I speak into this void. It answers with silence. Have you abandoned me, Great Serpent?
Yes.
Do you not hear my pleas?
Yes. I hear you.
You understand me? Hear my voice. But I do not know you. I hesitate to ask, but what manner of being are you? Do you truly serve his will?
I do not serve the Great Serpent. No. Hang on. I do what I do for the good of humankind.
And now you stand here, a member of the Promised, guided by him. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me plain. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there.
I was gonna say, not only did we go into the void, like, earlier today, or excuse me, yesterday in a different game, we even fought a Great Serpent yesterday in a different game. These are level 49, by the way. Yep, that'll keep the Eldritch Abomination Horrors from beyond. Yep, they'll never get through that. That's impossible. Can I help you? Hey, Hive King. Thank you for the sub, as always. And if you happen to know what you would like to put it towards, up to 3 things, including genres and or dealer's choice, please let me know. Again with the sealing the cave entry. Okay, fine, here, pal. No, they're just Eldritch Abominations. They're fine. They're fine. You're worrying too much, Logan. Yes, this was $30. This is a $30 DLC. Which we are well over halfway through, by the way. And that's even counting the fact that we stopped in order to do, like, the patch stuff on the way. Thank you, Hive King. Yeah, I'm sorry. For someone like me, it's nice that this is so short. But in Reality Land, a $30 DLC being 1 quest chain is awful. Like, we're gonna beat this today, and that's taking our time and making fun of it and reviewing it as we go. Yeah, by the way, how much was Factorio Space Age? $30. Huh.
Forgive me, I am tired today.
What?
Oh yeah.
Trying to survive one more day.
Kira Whitenose is also correct. We also started a New Game Plus, took a bit, got part of the way in it, realized New Game Plus would not work, restarted, and then got shoved into New Game Plus again against our will.
The serpent speaks to you, guides you. You return. What news do you have of Anasco?
Yeah, hi. He waits for us beyond the veil of the serpent's skin.
Then my vision did not betray me.
Your vision is true.
It
The
would
serpent's
seem I owe you
eyes.
an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only strengthens us.
It's true, Arcade.
As you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extraction?
Yes, he said the gate is still open.
Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was modified to house the equipment to create a gate to the Vortex. If it still runs, that would explain everything we have experienced since the initial incident.
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray for Anasco's return, I sense he is lost, fading. But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt Anasco's presence clear and distinct. Even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world. Yes, there are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been established. I believe the same is true for you and Anasco.
I would need time to attempt a scientific explanation for why or how this happened, but for now, let us assume my sister is correct.
And that is the essence of faith. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this point. But I do know this link would play a role. In fact, I am certain of it.
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now continue the work of aligning the noble houses. Together, we will find a way to complete the morning device.
So the point of the original experiment was to combine realities in order to try and reach God. Their God, obviously, which may or may not exist. I should probably also mention that there's not really any magic in this setting, other than the magic that's in this setting. I realize how awkward and weird that sounds, but unless they're going to pull something where it's like, it turns out it was always a spaceborne, it's like, okay, really? Yeah, there's ancient race magic, which we don't actually know what the ancient race is, or anything about them, really. Except that we can get superpowers from them that are straight up from Skyrim. No, seriously, some of the powers are just Skyrim shouts. 1-to-1.
Excuse me, Vindicator. Can I have a word?
No.
Miss,
If you do not need medical assistance, I suggest you move along.
You are a
all
herald, are you
must
not?
serve.
Is it not your job to
Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed.
Yeah, I know you're moving soon, Bregman. By the way, I hope it goes smoothly.
It's preposterous.
Your help is vital to the survival of the Serpent.
Yes, of course. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev.
I'm here for info, not a story. Thank you.
My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade. Given my new role. Perhaps even a gain.
Okay, whatever it takes.
Hardly. I was quite comfortable with my position within House Dulkev, and fully expected to remain where I was. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why.
Why am I giving you this pep talk?
And where is this forward leading? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception.
Uh-huh. How does one come to define a game as a baseball game? A baseball bat game, excuse me. Well, you ever take a baseball bat to something? It's really therapeutic. It can hurt if you're holding it wrong.
The speaker has always been the guiding light of House Varun. In his absence, it is of no surprise that some would find themselves lost, stumbling in the dark. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's Crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told Enesco where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now.
This guy is like the 4th best actor in the game. And I know that's a low bar, but it's kind of weird.
The timing is too close to be coincidence. Enesco returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulkev was proud to serve when called upon.
Sure.
Have all the supplies been inventoried?
Yes, I've completed that now.
And yeah, no, I guarantee you, speaking from experience, that was someone in his home, in his office, talking into a mic. I can't emulate this perfectly because I've actually got some filters going on for streaming purposes.
Great Serpent will provide.
But when I need to do voice acting, something like this is a little bit closer to what I do. You pull the sound in a little bit, and you try to contain it so that you don't get as much of the echo, you know? And you reduce the distance between you and the microphone, kind of like this. Again, this isn't going to sound perfect to you guys, but this is assuredly what this guy was doing. I could just picture him hunched over the microphone as he was talking into it. Instead of out here. Yeah, closet recording sounds weird, but it's actually extremely common because closets tend to ironically make great recording studios. The clothes, the fabric, makes for natural absorption of the sound waves. And yeah, obviously, if you have actual money, then you probably have a real sound booth inside your home. I've wanted that for a long time. It's just been outside of my price range.
Hi. Slow. 10 weeks. Wasted years. Playing next to
By the way, that's a little pro tip for anybody who's unsure about recording. Closets, especially walk-in closets, are actually pretty good, you know, impromptu sound booths. When I'm really bothering, like if I'm recording for a theater or something, which obviously I haven't done in a while, I'll actually get some foam set up and put it around the mic when I'm recording. I was actually inspired by, of all things, a sound test chamber. I went in to get my ears checked, and as part of that, they said to test my sound, or test my sense of hearing, excuse me, while I was there. And they put me into this little booth, which was perfect for vocal recording. Now, they did that so that I could, you know, hear properly in order to have no external noise whatsoever, to really test the limits of my hearing. By the way, I have extremely good hearing. But it inspired me. I was like, oh man, I need to get one of these frickin' things. By the way, what we're doing right now is almost assuredly faster than using that stupid buggy. Hey, Ross. So, since I've got nothing to talk about right now, other than voice acting, and I've already talked about that, I realized the biggest reason why the reset button in Year of Hell works for me. It's because it's kind of not a reset button. Let me try to explain this differently. In Back to the Future, the fact that... Is this just trash? This is literally just trash. What the hell? In Back to the Future, the fact that, you know, everything has changed, nobody other than the main characters remember anything, doesn't really matter because the events of the movie mattered. They did those things. Those events happened. Those actions that they took led to things getting better, right? In other words, it's not a... The problem with it was all just a dream as a trope is nothing that the characters did or that the viewers perceived actually matters because none of it ever mattered. It was all just a dream. But if you actually do something that causes the temporal reset that improves things, then even if you don't remember it, things have been improved by the actions you took. Does that make any sense? In other words, the events of Year of Hell happened, and they did. This is a clear example of Type 2 time travel. One timeline that was adjusted over and over and over again. And so, with that final adjustment, even if it was appearing to be a hard reset of everything... Yeah, no, exactly. It's the same reason Yesterday's Enterprise works. Because those events happened. Those events caused the future to happen. Those events changed things. And so that's why it works for me. Now, I get your point. Because the difference is, in Yesterday's Enterprise, obviously, we find out about that eventually. Thanks for that redemption. But also, Guinan is aware. In Year of Hell, nobody whatsoever remembers that anything changed. And I will actually agree with you, that bothers me. One of the things I liked about Shattered, I think it was that Janeway remembers. She doesn't talk about it, but at least she retains knowledge of the fact that things happened.
You can't get in there, not unless you have a card.
I've got a laser cutter.
It's fine. It was built extra strong, and the railings are all sturdy. There aren't any sharp edges. So, you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently, you know? Anasco Varun himself was here. I saw him, but he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious.
I'm sorry, real quick. Am I the only one bothered by the lighting of this entire DLC? Like, it's permanently nighttime and the lighting is bad. And it's been bad the entire, like, the whole thing. The whole DLC has been bad.
I heard he disappeared. Is that true? I never saw him come back out of the dam. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Kavil said I should give it to him for safekeeping, so I did. Maybe he'll let you have it.
Thanks.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks for the bad voice acting. I appreciate you renewing my faith in the fact that this game has bad voice acting. I was worried after that last guy. Yeah, like, the dawn thing is a great parallel. Because you know when the sun is at that perfect point of coming up or going down, and it's actually harder to see than when it's just straight up nighttime? That's exactly what this feels like. Like, this right here, this is my spirit animal. This is me, right here. Oh my god, Seth. I forgot about that. I should have pointed that out in the room. No, not yet, Ross. We actually haven't gotten anywhere on the lore run. We kind of switched into lore running video games. And so, we did a series on Here's the History of RPGs. And now we're doing a series on Here's the History of the Marios. So they played Mario 1, then they tried Mario 2, hated it. Tried Mario 3, hated that. And now they've picked up Mario World, and they're enjoying Mario World at the moment.
I would ask for news of the city, but I think I prefer not to know. Always good to see a friendly face.
Yeah, give me your access card.
No offense, but it's not your property.
I can kill you for it.
I only wish to serve. I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it.
Actually, yes, Mr. Red. Yeah, no, I was a little thrown too, Ross. In fact, I was really discouraged by that. I know I'm not as positive about Mario 3 as you, but I mean, it's still Mario 3, for God's sakes. It's still such an improvement over 1 and 2. Can you guess the thing that made it not work? For them. Nope, not the lives. It's not the checkpoints either, I'll give that away. That's a good guess. I mean, I guess technically it's a little bit checkpoints, but not really. It's not the checkpoints. That's my grief with 3. No, it's actually the controls. They were having so much difficulty doing basic jumps that it just reached the point of frustration. And it's hard to appreciate Mario 3 and its bonkers level design and gimmicks and bosses and all that when you can't even do a basic jump over a pipe, you know? That's why we skipped ahead to Mario World, because the intention is to come back to Mario 3 at some point. But I wanted to see if Mario World's physics, which are pretty different if you remember from 3's, worked better for them. Like just as an experiment. They did, obviously. Xeno Warfare Tech and Harvested Organs. Nice. Now, normally, this is when I pull up the local map to see where it kind of wants me to go. But as we all know, there is no local map. I can't go down. Do you see that I'm standing on nothing right now? Do you see that? I am literally standing on nothing. And I cannot go down. Well, I will admit, so part of the problem was they had an 8-bit controller, which doesn't have flappy paddles. And as a result, it was literally causing them physical harm to control anything. So I went ahead and sprung for a new controller for them so that they can have one that's more comfortable, and we'll help them play, and then we'll go back and we'll try out Mario 3 again, see what it feels like there. Okay. This is just cosmetic. Is there any point to this? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Aw, enjoy your nap, Evo. And if we don't see you again tonight, that's okay. I mean, it'll suck, but it's still okay. Get the rest you need. Oh, this game has been great to just take a baseball bat to. Holy crap. I needed this. Like, I've explained this phenomenon before, but to explain it one more time, since I do have a couple of new people. So a baseball bat game is a game that I don't have to feel bad about giving negatives to. Because nobody cares. That's really what a baseball bat game comes down to. That's really what defines it at its absolute core. This game is crap, and pretty much everyone knows that. And no one's going to be like, wait a minute, you can't give negatives for voice acting because I love this game. Or, the bad voice acting is what makes it so enjoyable, like, say, Soten. Which is true, actually. But this is just a game nobody gives a crap about. And so I could just relax. In fact, the concept is actually similar to something else that some of you are probably familiar with. It's called the World of Cardboard speech. Hear me out for a second. I'm not comparing myself to Superman. Well, but the whole point of the World of Cardboard speech, well, excuse me, the second point of the World of Cardboard speech, is that he doesn't have to hold back anymore. Because he has to hold back constantly. And you start to see the parallels, the similarities. Because I don't have to hold back. It is a great scene. I just realized what's going on with the water. I just realized what's going on with the water. I can't believe I forgot this. There's no swimming in Starfield. We actually already knew this. So you cannot go below... There was swimming in Oblivion. I think there was swimming in Morrowind. I don't actually remember. But I know there's swimming in Oblivion. Okay, I have several people in chat saying there's swimming in Morrowind. And the internet would never lie to me about that. I'm honestly a little bit gobsmacked that there is no swimming in Starfield. Like, that's just absolutely insane to me. Error. Cannot activate pump. Repair. I do too, Ross. We paused in the middle of some good Voyager, and obviously I still want to cover DS9. So, sorry, you actually asked that earlier, Archeonville. No, I don't think that's quite a baseball bat game. Because even though it was terrible, it was still a game that I felt like I had to hold back on. This game does have zero-G environments, yes. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Good evening, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. The most evil of all of my viewers. Even more so than the one who has evil in their name. Yeah, Secret of the Stars. That's a baseball bat game. Yeah, okay.
Warning. Power fluctuations detected. Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed.
Yeah, Sticker Star is a very strange one, because it's not like it was intended to be such a terrible game, but, you know, here we are. And I am going to take a baseball bat to the kneecaps of Sticker Star, I guarantee you. Something happen? Oh, it drained. I've been debating that, Meat Fist. The truth is, I think I kind of want to avoid establishing that precedent. But on the other hand, it's $30 for a quest chain. You know? Right, sorry. That was the question from yesterday, Master. At the moment, there are no plans to make an exception, but, like, we'll see is the big question mark on all of that. A lot of my life is very much in flux right now. So...
You are not welcome here. You will leave immediately. This is your only warning.
Okay. I'm from another dimension.
The choice is yours to make.
I've been to space, yo.
Do not turn back. There's only one way this can end. Jinan Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out.
Jinan Varun died decades ago.
And yet, his orders were clear. That he has passed on does not matter.
Guys,
The work done here must be safeguarded, protected, never permitted to leave. None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker.
Okay. You've got to be kidding, Von Falkenstein. This is supposed to be the Shivering Isles of fricking Starfield. Okay.
You were warned. You did not listen.
It's been like 10 seconds. I listened, I just didn't care, is the literal dialogue option.
Very well. The Speaker's orders will be carried out. You must die.
Okay. Look, I absolutely think that Shivering Isles has its issues, but it's still a good expansion to Oblivion. Oh, I love teleporting enemies. That's a great thing to have happen in a video game. Yep, that's and yeah, I was pretty positive on Far Harbor. I haven't actually reviewed Fallout 4, but I was still pretty positive on Far Harbor. This is a boss fight, huh? An enemy that teleports with a bunch of health. Is there anything else to her? No, but she teleports and she has a bunch of health. Yeah, no, I've been debating that Sub-Zero, because, like, we honestly haven't had much of an issue with the kind of damage output. Obviously, I turned on cheats because I just stopped caring, but we only turned on cheats, like, 30 minutes ago. And things have still been doing a ton of damage, and having entirely too much health, while on super easy. Like, there's padding, and then there's... Alright, hold on. I should also probably mention that, as much as you might make fun of me for using the cutter beam, I'm essentially using what is effectively an exploit in order to do way more damage than I should be able to do otherwise. And she's healing, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. Like, not all the time, but she keeps. Or maybe she's not actually healing? What is it doing? Yeah, this is the in-game music, by the way. Okay, so that was negative worthy. You know, some people think they should spend money and time and effort and resources and support on making the best thing they possibly can. But other people are like, you know what? Screw all that. Let's spend all that resources on bribing people to tell people our thing is good, so that way they'll buy it. Okay, so like... Okay. Really? I'm not reading all that out loud. Look, I don't care enough. I'm sorry. But looks like we want... Let's do 235. No? Okay. Try 124. Or 335. Apparently I can't read. Listen, reading is beyond my ability to do, okay? I was elected to stream, not to read. I've also been paying attention to some of the gear as we go. So far, it's been pretty lackluster.
You would be rid of me so easily. The arrogance. The work done here has tied us to this place for all time. That is why we have agreed to guard it.
I mean, we're stuck here anyways, right?
Sister, have you not finished this game? You should have heeded Courageous words in the beginning, little one. This is no place for you.
The outcome has not changed, Vedrasa. We are still in control here.
You realize I need answers, right? Can we skip the fighting this time?
Your resistance does not change my orders. They will be followed. Do you even understand why you are here? What it is you are looking for? This seems a fool's errand.
I'm looking for something called a vortex interlock.
So, you do know something about this place. It does not matter. The interlocks are not yours. They belong here with us, and they will stay here. You should have left when you had the chance.
Now fight two of them, and they're immune to Starborn powers. And are you seriously forcing me to fight two teleporting assholes at the same time? You really are. They both have crap tons of health, too. You have got to be joking. Wow. You know what? I don't think I need to fight them, actually. Hang on, let me hop into the computer. Okay. So the vortex interlock is something that helps them to merge people into this whatever dimensional reality it is. That's a good, I should check Sub-Zero. And it's apparently they'd been dumping people into this void dimension repeatedly, and it kept making their brains melt. But they finally figured out a way to do it without brain melting. There's also just cash in here for some reason. Okay, do I have haste? Is this it? Phase time? Perfect. Let's switch over to that. We don't need to fight them, so go here. Bye. Listen, I want you to do the exact same temple you've done every single time before, and then go grind those suckers to really upgrade. In fact, I'm pretty sure I only have, like, tier 1 haste, just like Skyrim has, you know, the tiers. Hello. When it comes to, when it comes to the shout powers. That is still not as good as the gun I already had, which is still not as good as the cutter I already had. Just gonna dump a few of these things here, because, I mean, honestly... Why do I have 6 of these things? Get out of my inventory. That does 102 damage. I can try that out for a bit. See how that feels. Hey, Nemesis, remember you can pick up to 3 things, not just 1. You can also pick dealer's choice or genres if you want to pick a general type of genre you'd be interested in seeing. I have played Borderlands 1, hated it. Borderlands 2, enjoyed it, but I thought it was too long. Borderlands pre-sequel, enjoyed that one quite a bit. Borderlands 3, hated that. And Borderlands Telltale, which is actually my favorite Borderlands game. No hyperbole. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, Nemesis, because like, Nemesis should know that. But I always make sure to mention it. You never know when someone might be paying attention who doesn't know about that. Okay. What extremely obvious thing am I missing here? Okay. Well, either way, thank you, Nemesis. Why did I hate Borderlands 1? The gameplay is the easiest way to put that, but also the story. Wait. I'll put that towards Empire of Sin. Pokemon Soul Silver. And, right, so there is no BRPG blocks. You have to pick one of the specific games in that block to put that towards. Ah, hey, we made it. Okay, so let's just scooch up here. There we go. Die, monster.
Power grid destabilized. Containment fields failing. Backup systems risk overload. Consider manual shutdown at the earliest convenience.
Most of the big blocks were removed.
Do you not grow weary of this? I assure you, it will not end.
You're stuck here. I'm not.
I have already made it clear that you cannot.
This is turning into a most exhilarating exercise.
I haven't seen it, Mr. Floyd.
All this noise over one little...
Are you seriously going to throw 3 of you assholes after me now?
This already.
You are, aren't you?
Experiments here have ensured our resilience. We endure because it has been ordered of us. House Faroon's return to greatness begins with the work done here. And until that time comes, we will keep it safe.
I'm going to go now.
Then you will not be leaving at all.
No, you're not listening. I'm going to go. Although I'm curious of the damage on this weapon, so let's try this a bit. That is some decent damage. Even though I have no melee perks whatsoever. Hang on. Is it under physical? Martial arts, maybe? What's really funny is all this time, I haven't spent skill points in like dozens of hours of gameplay, but I still only have 7 skill points lying around. Okay, yeah, these are all guns. I don't need guns. Is seriously there only one thing that buffs melee? Ever? And it's this? That cannot be right. Where's dueling? Dueling. Aha! What was that? Oh, I see. It's supposed to be a dagger. Okay, that didn't... Okay. Hey, let's do it. I unlock. Yes. Cool. Come here. And, dead. Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit faster. I can accept that. I can adjust.
Your defiance will gain you nothing!
Normally I wouldn't do this, but I need to farm kills, so, like, just... I think I'm critting is what's actually causing it. Because it looks like I don't do much damage unless every now and again I just do a bunch of damage. Yep, there's one talent for knife. It's called stab. Same type attack bonus.
You will fall!
Can I help you? Yeah, I just saw the crit. Tiny little red text. I didn't even see it the previous times. Okay, so like... Okay, so... ECL. There we go. Oh, it was a cuttable wall. That's how I was supposed to get through there. No. Oh my god. Ugh. There we go. Did it legitimately. Totally. We'll put that there.
No!
Hi.
You utter fool! Do you have any idea what you have done?
Yes. Peace.
You most certainly will not! Those interlocks power our pods! You have killed Vedrasa!
Yeah?
What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam! You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface! All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make. If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us.
Okay.
Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours.
So do a really irritating boss battle, or kill a bunch of farmers. Or you can just let me walk out.
But we do. My dedication to the Great Serpent demands my obedience to his speaker's orders.
Okay. Enjoy. Do you feel this each time I kill you? Asking for a friend. So in Oblivion, there were power moves and special moves for weapons. They weren't great, but they were there. Do those exist in Starfield? Asking sincerely, because I really don't know. Okay, bye. Floor is inaccessible. Okay. How do I leave?
Warning. Critical power failure. Dam function compromised. Emergency evacuation protocols enacted. Please exit the facility.
Yeah, how? Or will it let me know? Okay. So, Christ's sakes. All right, here we are. Patience gone, honestly, at this point. Just, I'm out. I'm done. Also, grazie. Probably
The
Arcanville.
serpent would not have done this unless truly necessary. We must not bow to his
Zahima's research and algorithm have proven to be even more vital than I estimated. I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it. Your lead from House Dulkev paid off. I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel, you may wish to hold on to it. As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this, and you, still to come. If House Vethal cooperates, we should have everything we need. Progress is always welcome, but we are not done yet.
Cool. So. This one. I'm just gonna fly over there. Is that cool with everyone? I don't even know clipping. I just have a jetpack. A little awkward, but it works. Does it create legal issues if someone... I mean, Tuvik's situation creates legal issues regardless, Traxia.
First the cataclysm, now this. There's too much going on right now.
Hi. You look exhausted. Take a day.
Pray that I could, but right now I need more time, not less. I'm sorry if I seem a bit flustered. Things have been chaotic since the cataclysm, and now word of missing supplies. But that doesn't excuse my rudeness. let me at least introduce myself. My name is Kezrani Dulkev. I work as an executor for House Dulkev.
Hi.
Likewise. And I'm well aware of who you are. Word of the first convert in generations is on everyone's lips these days. But I'm sure you are busy getting adjusted to life here. Is there anything I can help you with?
I mean, you look like you need help.
Trouble only begins to describe it. It's about the supply shortage. There may be a reason for it beyond the cataclysm itself. A week ago, my cousin Ukaru came to my office concerned about a series of lost shipments. He was certain someone was using the tragedy as cover to steal supplies and route them to our enemies. Yes, but given the seriousness of the accusation, the proof must be irrefutable. So I told my cousin to return with more evidence, and when I didn't hear back, I assumed that was the end of it. But this morning, I received a slate from a courier. It was from Ukaru. It was worrying, to say the least. It felt like Ukaru was trying to warn me. The contents were cryptic. He mentions a possible conspiracy and being followed and, well, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to panic. He hasn't shown up to work in days, and the timing of all this feels suspicious. But if he is in danger, I don't know if it's safe for me to investigate. I need someone disconnected from the noble houses. Ukaru's workstation is likely your best bet. He's been working in the rehabilitation unit on the 3rd floor of the Halls of Healing. If you run into any issues with access, hand this slate to my fellow executors. Once you locate him, report back to me. I've got a meeting at House Kadik later, but I shouldn't be hard to track down. Hopefully you'll find my cousin alive and safe.
Yeah, the 10 New Game Pluses is what's considered the base mandatory. For the record, I haven't even managed a second playthrough, and I never will.
The requests for aid and supplies never cease.
Wait, what am I weighing in? Sorry. I missed something. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, I'm alive. I'm alive. What changes? That's actually funny you say that. I want you to imagine for a moment that all of the game is this giant thing. So here's your 100% of the game, right? Every now and again, someone will say a bit of different dialogue, or a specific quest will go differently. It's random, by the way. So which things change narratively is random throughout each loop. And I don't know what else to add to that. It also can be a very small amount of a second loop. So the second loop might just be the same with like one dialogue being different or one quest being slightly different up to a certain point and then going back to being normal. If this sounds familiar, then congratulations. You've played Bravely Default.
But this wing of the hospital is under investigation. You'll have to leave.
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of Kisrani.
Even with the cataclysm, this is highly irregular. But not surprising. Kisrani is obsessed with transparency and often seeks independent help. I find this tendency unwise.
And by unwise, he means a complete disregard for operational security, rules, and regulations.
Possibly.
Yes, played them all.
And yet, despite what I said, and unsaid, she persists in doing so. So, we must come to a compromise.
A good compromise leaves everyone unhappy. This one was particularly miserable.
I will give you the keycard to Ukaru's computer. You will be able to access documents and correspondence for the past month. Any further access will require admin privileges, which I am not willing to grant.
Okay.
Of course. If there's anything else I can do, let me know.
No, not
Now,
really.
To get back to these spreadsheets.
Who doesn't like a good droid?
You need
Move
to
along.
leave.
Stop! We are taking you into custody.
Okay.
Advise decision.
The one I use, which is from the Heavensward boss, I can't think of the name of. Not Ravana.
This is our city, and you will follow our rules.
Okay. Plutonium and deuterium.
And you understand.
Is it weird to admit that this is already longer than I thought it would be? Like, as of this exact moment in time. I know that's pathetic, considering, but like... Like, we're only 6 hours in, and I'm just like, are we done yet? How much is left? 2 quests, I think?
Our sins must have been considerable for the Great Serpent to subject us.
Wait, why is it still sending me to go here? I've already got the files. I've already got access to the files. Okay. I am invisible. No one can see me, for I am completely unseen. Unheard. Stealth is my middle name. None can ever find me, for I am invisible. Oh, he lived. He lived with like 1 health.
This is beyond Jinon's. My healing is about.
God damn it.
I must find them.
He lived with 1 health. He lived with 1 health.
Not sure what that was.
Look at that. One more try. One more try.
Something is milling about. Great
Oh my
Serpent,
god.
forgive me.
Well, I suppose that answers that. Okay.
Remember this. We are always watching.
Can I just access the files now? I'm not reading all this. Okay, never mind. Someone is stealing shipments. They're being followed. Okay, now then. Tomorrow, sis.
What
Can
hours?
someone type tomorrow for me, please? Thank you, Valerian. Well, you might want to add her on that one. I mean, like, I shouldn't commit to that. Game is already taking longer than I thought, but goddammit, if I have to stay up late, we are finishing this game today. I am not wasting another day on this crap. No, Colgrim, I will never create a new character in WoW, ever, 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 ever. I will, however, create 14 new characters. No, actually, that's not true. 16 new characters, sorry. I have that many slots? You have, like, 500 character slots in WoW, are you kidding me? Damn it, Kira Whitehorse! No! No, please! Please. Microtransactions. I didn't actually come up with the acronym. But it stands for microtransactions. Only 60. Only 60. Say that sentence again for me for a second, Mr. Red. If it worse comes to absolutely worse, I can delete some of the lore run characters. I sincerely doubt we're going to have an issue. Someone asked earlier, I think it was Arcanville, if anybody had 100% run this game. So, there was a streamer, I forget whom, forgive me, who was actually going through and cataloging and 100%ing every planet in the game. Now, if that sounds insane, it should. Remember, the planets themselves are not actually procedural. So, you know, every planet has its own empty, vast, barren terrain with like 5 or 6 things you can scan on it, and once you're done, then you can move on to the next planet. There are over 1,000 planets in this game. Now, hang on, that's already crazy. But it gets worse. Because the thing is, this game's save structure is awful. So, the game started really, really, really chugging the more planets he explored. Now, I actually gave a negative for this. But to be very clear about this, let me be clear. In a game that promotes and focuses on the idea of exploration constantly, exploring objectively makes your gameplay a worse experience. Anyways. Yeah, also if you store too much stuff on your ship, that'll cause issues too. I don't know if he actually ended up completing that run or not. I wasn't watching it, obviously. I was aware of it. You're joking. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me talk that out, because you probably missed that. So there's a security thing here I could have hacked to open the door. But I don't like the security minigame in this game, so I decided not to. Then I walk over and it's like, you need a keypad. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go loot a keypad. There's a power switch right here with a very obvious cable tracking to this door. Turning it off, opened the door. Moving on. Oh my god, there's a trail of blood. never seen blood before.
I found the shipment! Along with, countless others. This is bad. Real bad. But it begs the question, who are these for? And who's helping them? Wait, what was that?
Okay. Well, okay. Sure, Huthor. I mean, I'll take anything Ion says with a grain of salt, because the man is a proven liar and has no idea what he's talking about with regards to game design or MMO running or anything other than raid design, and even that I would question. But, yeah, sure. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, so there was no quest update, so apparently I'm supposed to follow the blood trail. I thought I did that.
You, there! Help me!
I see.
Please?
Oh no, I'm trapped. Oh.
You cannot escape the shrouding, accursed one.
Oh no.
And now you and your friend will die!
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do this for funsies. Hi! Okay, so I escaped the cursing. Or whatever.
There are only so many places you can hide.
Wait, do you disagree with me being negative about Ion? Or positive about Ion, Huthor? Because I was both.
I'm losing this fucking... You will know truth, coward!
Really? Yeah, the guy didn't have an essential flag. I'm actually shocked. That's why I saved before I did that, because I figured that wouldn't work.
Time is running out for you.
Todd was like, you know what? Screw that one guy.
Find the intruder! Block them from the control room!
Isn't that the guy I just killed talking? Yeah, I know. I sequence, bro. It's just funny. Whoa. Okay, I fell. Do me a favor and die really quick, please. Thank you. Appreciate you. Did you die too? So there's their redeemed. We actually talked about these earlier. These are the people that they apparently have cybernetically enhanced in order to be super soldiers. It's probably supposed to be horrifying, but honestly, like, that's it? Paramorphs were more terrifying than these things. Okay, so more player power, more styles than Alliance, Evergreen. Cool. None of that's super surprising, and it's all probably total lies, but it's good to hear. I just noticed I have no quest objective marker again, which means I have no idea where to go.
Getting into position.
Do you care to clarify? You care to clarify that sentence, Huthor? And justify it? Now, I know you liked BFA, and I know you loved Shadowlands, but I was hoping for something slightly more concrete than that.
My head!
Okay, no, so nothing new there, just restore power. Okay, what could possibly be involved in restoring power? Aha! Why do those only show up when you get close to them? Look at that. That's... okay, whatever. Yep. And then we're just gonna go into here. There we go. Damn, I'm actually out of power cells. Never thought I'd see the day. Well, now I gotta go find some power cells.
We mustn't allow the heretic to escape.
The heretic.
You cannot escape the promised. They're gone, but they will suffer greatly in time.
That's a good point. We did convert, so we are actually heretics now. Huh. Okay. We good? Oh no, we're too late.
I'll ask you again. Who else knows? No one! My superiors don't even believe there's missing shipments! And why is that? I don't know! They were all signed off by someone higher up!
If they knew that much, it's only a matter of time before they find out about my boss.
And what of it? If you are using this as a pretense to end our agreement,
My boss has no intention of doing that.
we will need assurances. We will send a message through an encrypted slate. The coordinates to Jandar's rest will be there.
I'll let them know. And what of this one? He's seen my face.
He's given us everything we need. Turn him to dust.
Brother, to me.
Brothers, live on!
Listen, I'm not going to say I'm Superman, Scales of Justice. So interestingly, I can't disagree with anything you said, Huthor. The biggest fault I usually tend to have with Ion, other than the fact that he's a lying sack of crap, is the fact that he had, during his reign, the teams had, the game had so much emphasis on raiding to the detriment of the entire game. Now, this has always been presumption of mine, but since he himself comes from the raid team and, you know, is a pretty good raid designer, him and along with his team, I always assumed that was, you know, a connected factoid. I will admit, in the interest of total honesty, that I don't know if that's a connected factoid or not.
Lot of work to be done, but it will be done.
Another drink will not hurt.
I don't need any free drinks from you.
That's a weirdly personal way to say that sentence, but sure.
If you feel you're in danger, I can provide a security detail. My people are nothing if not capable.
Thank you, Envoy. I'll consider it. Was there anything else?
Yes, there was one more thing. Regarding the missing supplies, I was wondering if I could be of any assistance. Our agents mostly work in the settled systems, but I have contacts in Dazra as well. I can set up a meeting at the Halls of Obedience.
I appreciate the support. My mind has been frazzled as of late.
It's understandable. The accident has affected all of us.
You're right, and your concern is welcome.
How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, there's part of my evidence for Ion being a good raid leader. dude put together Blackrock Foundry, which is, in my opinion, one of the best raids we've ever had. So, is this game worth the playthrough without mods? No. Is this game worth the playthrough in general? No. Any other questions?
I apologize. The Envoy and I were just discussing matters of state.
In particular, I offered to help find the missing supplies. I have my people looking into the matter as well.
Thank you for your diligence, Envoy. On that note, I hate to take up any more of your time than I already have. And I'm sure you're busy with issues regarding your own house. If you don't mind, I'd like a moment with the Vindicator alone.
Then I'll take my leave. The cortege has arrived at the spaceport, and I don't like to leave the crew waiting.
Thank you, Envoy.
Executor.
I appreciate your discretion. The Envoy is a trusted figure, but you can never be too careful in situations like this. And while having the conversation here isn't entirely secure, we're pressed for time, so it'll have to do. So, now that we're alone, tell me, what have you uncovered? I was afraid of that. If only I had preached more caution. But after the accident, things were dire. Our resources were blocked. We needed those supplies, and... Indeed. But there's more going on here than meets the eye. If the Zealots are responsible, they must be punished. But one question remains. How would they gain access to the shipments in the first place? This slate you found, it mentions a contact. Someone on the inside. This person would have to be well versed in our operational pipeline. They would have to know where to route the shipments and how to clean the books. It seems unfathomable, but perhaps Hukaru was right. A member of the noble houses has betrayed us. Yes, but without coordinates, Jandar's rest could be anywhere on Varun Kai. We're going to need to enlist some help. I'd like you to speak with Tivina Bethal at the Keep. If that slate has coordinates, she may have the means to decrypt it. Excellent. As for me, I must mourn my cousin's passing. I understand there's a shrine upstairs. When you return, meet me at the Halls of Obedience, where we first met. By Jinon's grace, we'll find out who the supply thief is and bring them to justice. Serpent guide you, and be safe.
You know, I barely know what we're doing at this point. I mean, I do. But, like, what are we doing? And why are we doing it? No, I'm aware of the bug, Sub-Zero. I've actually followed speedruns of this game, believe it or not. But thank you. So... Oh, it's great, Ahabad. Hang on. Ahabadaba. Nope, Ahbadaba. There we go. Ahbadaba. There we go. Ooh, that took me a second. I apologize. Covenants. Covenants weren't even a good idea. Never mind implementation. So, I will professionally walk back of my negative comments on Ion. I still have my issues with him, I do. I will not praise him, for I lack the ability to praise him. But I'll walk it back.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power.
Having said that, I just realized something, Huthor. We're starting the WoW run tomorrow. So I need you to do me a favor and not watch any of that.
If we hope to restore the city.
Hang on. Let's twist her neck a little bit here.
Vindicator. I was wondering when you'd grace my office with your presence.
I figured you were busy.
Really? Well, let me apologize for appearing to be I can't imagine what I was thinking, letting you slip away. In fact, I think you and I are going to be fast friends. But I realize that's not why you're here, Shall we get down to business?
No, I actually do know what we're doing. Let me explain it to you really quick here. So, we get here, and we need access to a thingamabob, it doesn't matter why, to activate a grav jump in order to pierce the barrier. Now, they figured out they could do that over a week ago. However, they decided to all stonewall and continue the current calamity, which is causing them supply issues and literal starvation issues, because they figured, you know what, I could use this for personal political gain. That makes perfect sense, because I follow elections. So, in the wake of that, we're sent around to clean up the issues of the three great houses of the House of Varun, in order to try and gain their attention, gain their trust.
You stop talking. Did the vortex get your brain too?
And in the doing, gain their help to actually get access into the Citadel. Accessing the Citadel is, in fact, the last step here. So, yay. Oh no, I'm going to trash BFA Uthor. I'm also going to give it a bunch of positives. But I am going to trash it, too. The goal is always to be fair, regardless of the direction. Do you think that's bad? I'm going to trash BC. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. We were running around solving their issues in order to progress forward. Now, as I say, this structure isn't necessarily bad by itself, but all of the Starfield problems have been making this so much random noise. I have barely retained half of what I've been doing because it is so badly written, so badly voice acted.
Like someone hit pause on your face.
And so badly presented. Like, okay, first, we need to go resolve a hostage situation so we can deal with the Zealots. Cool, did that. I actually give a positive to that quest, by the way. So, credit where credit is due. Then we have to go to the dam, in which case we're not really allowed to do anything. We have the irritating boss fight from hell, and the irritating dungeon from hell. Okay. Now we're doing this one, which if you're paying attention, we weren't even supposed to do anything, but then it just kind of developed into a thing, because we're trying to figure out who is stealing supplies and giving them to the Zealots, because of course the Zealots are the bad guys. And that's where we're at right now.
Excellent. I take it this is about the missing supplies. I may have some intel on my computer that could help you with your case.
Yeah, here you go.
Well, look at that. The Great Serpent favors us both. It just so happens that one of my agents recently recovered a Zealot cipher key and dropped it off this morning. Here, a copy of the key for your records. Well,
thanks.
As you can see, the encryption they're using is mind-numbingly simple. Take the slate number and multiply the even numbers by 2. Your slate's numbered 2032, which means the key is...
4034.
You hit the bullseye. Let's see what you've won. Looks like an all-expenses-paid journey to Jandar's Rest. Lucky you. Okay, scanning the coordinates, these point further north, hidden in Badlands. Clever, clever.
All right, I'm out. Bye.
Going in there alone, huh? I suppose any extra hands would just get in your way. But that aside, let's get to the guts of the issue,
Why are we still talking?
After reading through the evidence, where do you think the supply thief is from?
No, you think the BC thing and the BFA thing is bad. You know what's actually going to get me killed during the WoW run? Wrath.
That's highly unlikely, given how intimate the thief's knowledge is. It's not only suspicious, well, whoever the thief is. Now, since I've enjoyed... let's avoid that from happening.
Yeah, please, let me go. Let me go.
Vindicator.
You've heard of let me in. This is let me out. Let me out. God, the empty text is real. Like earlier, I actually demonstrated it. I called attention to a time where I said, all right, I'm ready to go. Then there were 3 more bits of dialogue. And then I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then there were 4 more bits of dialogue. And then we could leave the dialogue. Okay. You know, that's true, Blade Deval. I stand by that, too. Here's the really funny part. For all my predictions, I don't actually know how well WoW will score. Let me state that more clearly. How well each expansion will score. Who knows? We'll see. No, that would still be empty text. Optional empty text is less irritating, but it's still empty text. That's a good question, Archeonville. The FF14 run was... Hang on. Someone add these numbers together, because I don't feel like it. 127, 71, 81, 97, 153, and 70. Nobody caught that, of course, but once you actually have a piece of paper or a calculator, I'll repeat myself. Also, now this is gameplay. Do I have any warp point that's closer? Okay. 127. Don't. Wow. 71. 81. 98, actually, I misread that. 154 and 70. No, I keep good records, Archeonville. So there you go. The FF14 run was roughly 601 hours. Now that counts last week. That counts Dawn Trail, but that is everything. Weirdly enough, I don't think WoW will be that long. I am very curious to see how long each expansion takes us, though. Because you get dragon flying at level 20 now. And I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. I have a spreadsheet. This is not a joke. I have a spreadsheet tracking who's going to do what at what time, in what order. Yeah, WoW doesn't have a lot of padding in the majority of its content. It does have padding. War Within is probably funded now with today's donations, because, like, God, like 10 people put money towards War Within today, and it's right there at the tip. Roughly, yes, Sub-Zero. Obviously, sometimes stuff gets in the way, but that's the goal. The goal is actually 9 hours a day, but I almost never manage that. Yeah, the portal room, dragon flying, reduce timers on hearths. Yeah, no. Anyway, sorry, I don't think I actually answered you directly. Yes, we will be going straight into War Within launch. So for those of you who don't understand, I'll actually explain this again tomorrow. Hello. But the idea is, for any MMO, yes, I didn't actually fund the WoW run at all. I didn't have to. Oh, absolutely, I call it. It's still kind of a low run, even if it's not fully a low, capital L low run. Yeah, no kidding, Guthor. Anyways, so any MMO, and by any MMO I mean WoW and FF14, the approach is, once we're caught up, which we're caught up in FF14 if you're paying attention, the goal is to not do this. The goal is to... Who's shooting me? Why are you shooting me? The goal is to do launch as like one game, and then patch as one game. And just kind of keep bouncing back and forth between those as the years progress, right? So, War Within launch content, and then War Within patch content will be all of the patch content up to whenever that's finished. Then we'll have War Within, we'll have Twilight launch content, and then Twilight patch content. Same thing with FF14, like I said. So, like, right now we're totally caught up in FF14, so we've already done the Dawn Trail launch content. In about 2 years, FF14's Dawn Trail patches will be done, and then we'll do the patch content. So, hypothetically, sometime around next December-ish, November, December, is when we would go ahead and do the patch content for War Within, assuming they keep to schedule.
face your absolution.
Correct, Tuthor. So, patch within will be every single patch from, I guess, 7.07? No, 11, sorry, 11.07, all the way up to whatever they get up to. That distinction only matters when it's live, when we're past, when we're caught up. But that distinction is important for funding and scheduling purposes. Nice place. I've seen it a dozen times before, but you know, it's nice. That's why I haven't given a lot of brickwork or doodad positives, because I kind of already have. Like, there's nothing really new here. So we're just running through. Requires a key! Well, at least you marked the person who has the key. I appreciate that game. Hi. Can I borrow that, please? Thank you. You're so helpful. So something some people have also asked about is grouping. The general idea is to only do grouping for group content, like dungeons and raids. There are some...
You are too late, Vindicator. The contact has already returned to Dazra. And your handler, Kisrani, will die.
This is the guy I killed earlier, when sequence breaking. So anyways, time to kill you.
You are formidable, but you are not immortal.
Actually, it's funny you say that.
Now, with this serpent as our witness, you will perish here.
Can I just shoot you in the middle of this?
No
he has 60 frickin'... Oh my god.
Go to safety.
Yeah, actually, while we're here. Sorry, do you mind if I check my skills? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Grouping. So group content, I'm okay with grouping, but because of the nature of how WoW quests operate, I will not allow anyone to group with me while I'm doing quests. Unless it's a very specific scenario, in which case I will say, please group with me here, so that I can go and, you know, do this.
We will find you, outsider. Turn you to dust.
So there will be a certain point in time at which we'll be kind of solidified on which character we're playing. At that point, we'll have some options for, like, what we wear and how we wear it and which character we're playing, stuff like that. But for most of the, like, the majority of the run, most of that's kind of locked in. Sort of by design. Now, Archeonville asked a question. When you donate for EBF 1 through 3, I voted with $20. Shouldn't there be 60 for the group then? No. Because you put $20 towards the group. Which is one bundle. One game, if you will.
You must leave at once.
Well, okay. I was told to leave. So leave I shall. Can't fast travel while there's enemies nearby. No, actually. Archeonvale. Whenever you add something to the list, that's all you get to do. You add something, and then you're done. So, like, in the future, you could put $1 towards EBF 1 through 3, and then something else, and then something else. But for if you wanted to add EBF 4, then that would be, you know, a separate donation required, which can only go towards adding the game to the list. Hi.
You're back. Did you uncover anything at Jandar's Rest?
Yes, Mujin Kadik is the supply thief. Actually, I'm going to mention the assassin.
Mujin? Does this mean he's the supply thief? Are you sure?
Yes.
Then I may be walking into an ambush, seeing as Mujin's the one who organized this meeting and supplied my security details.
I like how it says hushed voice, which it had to because she's not talking in a hushed voice.
Will you watch my back?
Yeah, sure, I got you.
Thank you. Okay, let's walk.
Hushed voice. I need to speak to you quietly because the people near me might hear that I'm plotting against them. Oh no, here they come. Wow, I was expecting like a cutscene and like a setup, but no, it's literally just all the people here go hostile the moment she goes upstairs. Bethesda.
Jinan, bless you. I would not have survived that if you hadn't been here.
I'm just glad you're okay.
That is kind of you to say. Your benevolence continues to surprise me.
Still not having sex with you.
In any case, now is not the time to dawdle. Our next move must be to arrest Mujin.
Okay. So let's go.
Thank you. This assassin's attempt will help our case, but we still need evidence tying him to Mujin. If you have time, check his office. There may be information connecting him to this individual.
Okay.
Good. Our case must be ironclad given whom we are accusing.
Just kill him.
Regardless, he must answer for aiding the Zealots and the murder of my cousin. Give me until the coming dawn and I will summon the relevant parties to my office.
But there's no wait mechanic in this game. At least no good one.
We will bring him to justice with
That's great.
all...
That's great. Can we go? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's actually a good question, but Yep, got a classic it up. What is what? Here we go. Let's say for all of Starfield. Because I don't have any plans to calculate just the DLC score.
The Great Serpent spared us. So
Since this is taking so long, oh my god! Why are these quests so long? We haven't even hit the final quest yet. Okay. How do I... There we go. I don't know if that won't work. So there's the Cataclysm, the Knell of Transfer. If Operations is returned. The accident has screwed up workforce. Just okay. Can I just... Okay. Okay. My next quest objective is literally wait. That's just where I'm at, is wait. Okay. You know, I like the scale motif in the brickwork in here, which I've already noted as a positive. It's a shame they don't do anything else with the scales. Hey, do you mind if I use your bed?
Serpent gun.
Thanks. Sleep for, I don't know, 24 hours, please. I sleeping? Oh my god, it's doing the slow time thing. I can do it. I can get through the game. I can make it. I can make it. I can't make it, guys. I'm sorry. I failed you. So, had any good dreams lately? Don't answer that. I've almost finished the tutorial. Ah!
Hide your actions.
Okay.
Perhaps you'll join our numbers embedded in the settled.
Yep, I'm going to embed myself in the settled systems because I'm a believer in the serpent. By the way, why did we join the serpent again? Oh, that's right. No reason given. Now, normally I would ding that, but I've actually decided after some careful thought not to. And the specific reason why is because I kind of like it when a game just sort of lets you be evil. I never do it myself. I'm not a big fan of that, but it is nice when the option exists, especially if it's a well-designed option. Now, this is not a well-designed option, so that sucks.
Great Serpent guide you.
I don't know, Trathon.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great Serpent, I pray nothing has happened.
Yeah, when did Skyrim come out? 13 years ago? Hi.
You've been busy, Vindicator.
Seems like you've been expecting me.
Of course. You've managed to piece together this case at a pace I did not anticipate. That is a credit to you as an investigator. But before you proceed into that room, I must ask, do you have the proof you need? Is it solid?
Yeah.
Yes. My intel says you came back with a slate in hand. I imagine the contents of which are incriminating. So let us speak frankly for a moment, if we may.
Okay.
I've been thinking about the events of the past few days, and I have some thoughts. The speed at which things have unraveled, it makes me wonder how much of this outcome has been orchestrated. Of course, I am not denying my role in all this. Yes, I approved to have the supplies rerouted. And yes, I ordered that they be directed to the Zealots. But the murders, the violence, these were not directives I had ordered. If I am guilty of anything, it's being a rubber stamp.
So, what do you mean a rubber stamp?
I offered to provide her a security detail, but I had arranged the assignment through my ward, Okim. In fact, even my work with the Zealots was all done through him.
So you're trying to shift the blame.
I won't apologize for my actions. Everything I did for Dazra. A handful of supply shipments are a meager exchange for an entire clan of allies. United with House Malin, we can rebuild Dazra as the industrial and military force it was during the Serpent's crusade. Which is why I ask that you listen to my proposal. Let me go. Allow me to continue my efforts discreetly for the betterment of House Va'ruun.
Gee, that's a good idea. I'm going to let you go so you can empower House Va'ruun and start a second crusade. Because that's what we need more of in Starfield, is more crusades, right? So, no.
You disappoint me, convert. Why should I willingly confess and ensure my death? I'd much rather argue my case in front of my peers. I don't know what evidence you've gathered, but without anything concrete, it's your word against mine. We shall see which one carries more weight.
Well, I actually have two theories, Miranda. Theory number one is the usual, trying to make the game longer, because an enormous quantity of people assume that a longer game equals a better game. But the second theory is the one I actually adhere to. I think it's because of the same reason everything else in this game is total garbage. I think that the designers spent 8 years locked in a box, barely interacting with the rest of the world and slowly becoming convinced that they knew exactly what they were doing and how they should do it, and just kind of stagnating, degenerating in terms of overall quality. Because, as you point out, you know, the empty text problem is nowhere near this bad in previous games. The quest design isn't this bad. The character design isn't this bad. The lip flaps aren't this bad. The save design isn't this bad. There are like individual points I could point to on a gameplay axis and a story axis in which their previous games did a much, much better job of, and they've just demonstrably gotten worse at every category. And they've also been defending this game in every interview they've given. Now, that might be marketing speak. You never admit you made a fall, blah, blah, blah. But this...
Thank you all for coming. I think we can all agree that the charges for this crime are quite serious.
The bloat issue, Sub-Zero.
Theft of supplies, aiding the Zealots, and the murder of my cousin. Which is why it comes with great shock that evidence points to a member of House Kadik as the thief.
Based on what evidence? House Kadik does not deal in trade. Your house does.
I would not be making this claim without sufficient cause, nor is House Dulkef the bearer of this information. Vindicator, the floor is yours.
I could see that, Huthor. Here's the slate.
The slate lists you by name, Envoy. What do you have to say for yourself?
Is this what you called me to your office for, Kisrani? This is an absolute disgrace to your department.
You haven't answered my question, Mujin.
Nor should I have to. A single slate, which I might add is likely fabricated, is not enough to prove anything.
Also, there's evidence on this computer.
Mujin? Or do you deny the words you yourself wrote?
I absolutely deny it. My computer has obviously been tampered with. This is clearly not enough evidence to even consider me a suspect.
Oh, you didn't know. We have piles of evidence, ship departure records, signatures, the works. And of course the kicker, Kisrani's would-be assassin.
Security has identified him as Okim Kadik.
Well, that's your ward, Mujin.
In fact, if I were you, Envoy, I would think long and hard about submitting to the guard peacefully. Given the severity of your crimes, the captain has the authority to do it by force.
I will cooperate, but this is by no means an admission. And make no mistake, the three of you will pay for this insult.
Make all the threats you want, Envoy. My decision is made. Guard, take him away.
As you command, Executor.
Okay, well, that was boring.
I appreciate you backing me up on this one. Warden Vithal had brought some evidence linking Mujin to the crime, but it's your evidence that makes me feel confident we can convict.
Okay.
All told, I'm extremely grateful. Ukaru was family.
I'm sorry. Can we get on with this, please?
My thanks are yours. For that,
I've also handed over who knows.
I'll take this up, Gina and Grace, and on a personal, with the accident. But closing this...
Okay. So, are you going to lend your house's aid to the effort that is going to save all of your stupid lives now? Just thought. Y'all are literally in the process. Like, it feels so much like they're in the middle of a starvation issue, right? You could just feel how much these people are literally in a state where they don't have food. And I hate to emphasize that specific point, but you have to understand that that's how desperate things are right now. According to them, I have to take them at their word because I barely see any evidence of that other than the one random guy who stole food that we saw earlier. Like, food. They have apparently, based on the timeline, because I have been paying attention, they have been without any new food supplies in a week. Now, that doesn't sound like a long time. You ever go without food for a week? Now, I know what you're going to say. They don't actually run out of food. Of course not. They're instead rationing it out. So now imagine you're eating about maybe a tenth of what you're eating right now for a week. And this is why I'll push back. Now, I haven't reviewed Fallout 4, and God willing, I never will. But I think Fallout 4 at least had occasional snippets of good storytelling here and there. Unlike this. In Skyrim, well, we'll get there. Well, ironically, it depends on what specifically is causing an Archeonville.
If you are not a member of House Bethal, you do not belong here.
Yeah, I was sent here to force you to cooperate.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more!
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anaskel's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
Why?
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
Of all... Okay. I'll go get your stupid nephew.
Of course not. You are an outsider. You have no understanding about how...
Shut up.
Is this not the a third party
Yes, you said... And if he's become...
Perhaps I have Tell me.
I'm a Ryujin operative.
I have heard reports on Ryujin...
I can't believe it even acknowledges that.
Junction. This news gives... As Vittoria mentioned, essentially, he is a traitor, and...
Victor, surely you...
He does, Luther. What my brother is trying to... First, we lose Vashti to... As if our...
Okay. So, like, you're killing him for leaving. I know you're all death cults, but, like, isn't that what you want?
Of course it would. I do not wish Varric dead. All must serve.
It's the law, it's the law. I'll go kill him. Let's go.
And showing leniency for a house member at a time like this...
You act as if What about...
I will not risk the minute if the High Count...
And I would ask you to... My brother is acting...
I have never been... Speak against me. Varric has a... Only then... See that... I recommend you... Some of it...
I really need to emphasize this for just a second.
And remember, all anyone... I will not...
Jesus freaking Christ. Did you catch that? Remember, absolute discretion. Next line of dialogue. You have to be discreet. Next line of dialogue. You have to be discreet. Now, he didn't actually say that literally, but it was 3 lines of dialogue in a row that all said, I need you to be discreet about this quest. 3.
Seems the Great Serpent has chosen to spare us.
Also, in case you missed that, his son left, and as a direct consequence, he refuses to help the council with getting the power plant running so they can get into there and break the blockade and get access to their supplies. They're starving because he refuses to help unless we help find his nephew, or his son, excuse me.
Not looking for company right now.
Now, to be very clear about that, I understand why he wants us to help with this issue, but understand that for the last week, because remember, this has been going on for a week, that's their words, not mine, he has been stonewalling the council and helping them get this problem solved, which doesn't need us. They've already got the solution. Because of his son being missing. That's his reasoning. That's the line
You
there.
seem to be doing well. I'll drink to that.
No.
So, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, the worst thing that can possibly... I mean...
Friends don't let friends drink alone.
Exactly. You get it.
This guy's supposed to be drunk, by the way.
B would at least be commiserating with me. But I'm suddenly too drunk to deal with. Some friend she is. All she cares about is Varric. Right? That's what we do. When we lost people to the so-called incident, we banded together. I just want Varric to show up so things can get back to normal. Whatever that is. Did he trust me? I just don't know anymore. No thanks. We may have been friends. I want to help. I wish I could tell you there was. Wait. I think I remember something now. Tane! He mentioned talking to Tane one day about getting off-world, seeing the settled systems. We never thought he was serious, and even if he wasn't... Tane still might know something. Tane's a regular.
Can I get you anything?
A gun. Point at my head, please. Let's wait for a day. I caught that too, Bregwin. The council should be lunging at the opportunity to help him with his situation so that he can help them. In Christ's name. So boredom, right? In this case, I feel like it's one of those fractal negatives, Arcambel. So we've got MSQ. We've got empty text. You know, people literally saying nothing. We've got plot, or lack thereof. We've got character, or lack thereof.
I'm trying to keep strong. To lift your...
I mean exactly what it sounds like. I have to go audit the saves to make sure I've given enough save positives. Because I'm 99% certain I haven't.
Can't believe he'd run off at a time like this.
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
Serpent bless you.
Oh, wow. You really bought in, huh? I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Hi.
Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
I'm used to it.
Well, glad Dazra didn't disappoint. Something tells me you aren't kidding. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for? That's so. Well, I guess that depends, Vindicator. Who wants to know?
Me, you frickin' idiot.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son? And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent. And I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we...
Oh my god, here, have money, let's go!
Nice to see we operate on this. I'm pretty sure he's... So you just... Oh, no. Let's just say...
Let's go.
Once we're outside,
Let's
just
go.
head out the west.
Let's go. He's insisting on coming with me because you have to have the quest NPC with this quest. Let's go! God damn it!
This city, I can hardly
I know, right, Arcanville? How much money do I have right now? 663,000 credits. Yeah, I'm good. Here you go, have some money. You want some more? Here you go. Oh my god. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna live. Or die. It's one of the two. Yeah, here's 100,000 credits. Can I go shoot your final boss, please? Yep, remember, whatever they tell you about statistics, let me explain something to you. Your odds of winning the lottery are 50-50, because either you will or you won't. I need to retake statistics sometimes. That was a fascinating class. Statistics themselves are just really interesting to me. I don't know. It's not nearly as linear as you'd think. Like, someone who's smarter than me could probably explain this better than me, but like, if you roll a d6, you don't actually have a 1 in 6 chance of getting a 3. That's a good question, Colgrim. Math is beautiful, though, Uthor. Why would you deny yourself the glory? Listen, I need to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Math. No. No, I haven't saved lately. No. No, no, come on, game. You barely crashed during the vanilla playthrough. Okay. I have been forsaken by Math. I can't even. I can't even. Oh my god. I know I'm late and all. I know that I'm running out of time, but I'm sorry. This needs to happen now for just for like 2 minutes. I just need 2 minutes of life. Is that okay? Is that all right? Just 2 minutes. That's all I ask. I don't even know what those are, Gum Gum. Yeah, this is just a mental health break. That's all this is. I was gonna say, I've actually reviewed this exact stage in surprising detail because it's me. It's actually a really well-designed stage. Notice we immediately have a section that looks like a damaging section after that, but it's actually here to recover. Because these guys spawn infinitely and have a high drop rate of the big health and weapon ups. Then we have a quick recovery section. Then we have an escalation to the previous platforming section. Pretty easy to do, all things considered. It's just to introduce you to platforming, really, is what that's there for. Breather section, also the mid-mission checkpoint, is right here. Now we're going to do a platforming section combined with an enemy section. So we're escalating again. We're also going to flip up which platforms go which direction, and then we're going to have one last little mini gauntlet here. Now this is another recovery section. One last difficult jump. And we're done. That's actually the stage. Solid, simple, and fun. It's effectively a tutorial stage. The only stage that's actually a better tutorial is Flashman stage. It's also got surprisingly good brickwork, considering this is early, like, NES. This is 87, I want to say. Something like that. You can also kill him quicker if you don't care about taking damage by just bull rushing him like this. And done. Yeah, for 86 or 87 or whichever this is really good brickwork. This was right after Mario 2, timeline-wise. I'm curious. Where's this? Oh, in the ending. That's funny. It's also got a better ending than Starfield does. I am not joking about that. Ugh. Okay. Back to the grindstone. I feel better. I've played an actual video game for a few moments. Someone do me a favor. Double check me on when Mega Man 2 came out, please. And immediately after that... Well, no, just tell me. When did it come out? In Japan, the original release. I have to read. Who's Scott Steiner? It was 88. Okay. So I was actually off by a year. My bad. So that's 36 years. Mega Man 2 is 36 years old. First of all, weird thought. But second of all, Starfield came out this year, which means Mega Man 2 came out roughly 36 years before Starfield did.
Some trying to keep strong, to lift your spirits?
I fear I may be losing my mind.
You have got to be kidding me. We're all the way back here?
Another day. Hey. Oh, wow. I'm an outsider.
Wait, Starfield came out last year? Never mind.
I'm proud of it.
That's right. No, it did. You're right. So it's 35 years ago.
Something to... Anyway, enough.
My bad.
That's so. Well, I get... Who wants to know? Oh, sure.
This is me mashing, by the way.
So if you're feeling...
Mashing.
Nice to see we are...
I'm pointing that out because if you played these games, you know how quickly you can go through dialogue in these games by mashing.
Once we're outside, just head out the west gate.
What is with these weird seconds and minutes delays here? Oh goody, AI made games. I can't wait to play something that's somehow even more soulless than the games I've covered already. Yeah, I was gonna say, you've clicked through dialogue in Morrowind. Think about clicking through dialogue in, like, say, Oblivion's another good example, or Fallout 3, or Hell's Bells, Dragon Age Origins. I think I agree with you, Sub-Zero. I think I do. That is a clear example of seconds and minutes. I'm going to put a question mark there because I might have already given that negative. Let's double check here. I have not. I actually have, Miranda. And at first I was willing to be positive about it. But then I really played around with it for a while. Actually, a Tor could absolutely race through dialogue. In fact, it would get funny because you could see physics flip out a little bit because characters would instantly race to their next predetermined dialogue point. But that's the point, isn't it? Tor, which came out however long ago, has better overall dialogue scripting and design than this game. Because what Tor has to do is much more complicated than just switch to next animation. So hang on, default animation, switch to next animation, and then play next sound file, right? No, I actually skipped a step. I'm sorry. So cancel sound file playing, default animation, skip to next animation, skip to next line. Okay. All of that should be a joke to do. I could do that. But in Tor, they have to do all of that, plus they also have to acknowledge where the person is supposed to be and what animation they're in the middle of, because there's actual storyboarding. There's cutscenes in dialogue over in Tor. Not just a talking head who's doing this, right? So Tor had to do everything I just described and also figure out where they're supposed to be at in the particular script and storytelling, like of the scene, and then warp the character to that live and effectively on the fly, and then start the next script. Do I prefer Starfield or Andromeda? Okay, so that's an interesting question, Miranda. I'm not sure why that's a hard question, though. So, can you explain why you think that's a hard question? Like, I have a theory, but I'd like to hear it from your fingers. You think Andromeda's bad? Okay, I do too. So, whoop, we're getting further away. If you'll forgive me for giving a speech. Do you mind if I give a speech? Is that okay? It's gotta be up. It's gotta be up. So, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the gradient of both good and bad is far more... is far more. I'm actually just going to stop that sentence there, than I ever realized it before I actually started doing, you know, these reviews, this review series. The gap in between awful and also awful is surprisingly large. If that makes any sense. And so, yeah, you know what? It's just this. So anyways. And so, while Andromeda is what I would consider to be a bad game, a statement I stand behind firmly, the fact of the matter is Andromeda doesn't even come close to the absolute garbage pile that Starfield is. Because even though both qualify for being bad games, there's just this whole gap in between the two, in my opinion. Now, I should mention, for the sake of posterity, I have not actually reviewed Andromeda. But I did play through it, and I was not impressed. Especially on the story axis. But Andromeda did also have quite a few surprisingly good things. The respec, and the builds concept, and the jetpack, and the car, and some of the open world content. And the base combat itself, while it didn't have much to support it, was all good stuff, right? This game is trash. And so we see the gap in between awful and also awful. It's one of the reasons I use the review system that I do. Because if I was just to say Andromeda is a 0 out of 10, then I would have to also say Starfield is a 0 out of 10. Yeah, don't define the floor. We actually cannot, by definition, define the floor or the ceiling permanently. We can only occasionally redefine it. And we have several times. Every now and again, we just break back down through the floor and find another new bottom. Remember when for the longest time it was Mega Man X7 and Quest 64 down at the bottom? What do you want from me, game? Got it. Find the things that nothing indicates where they are until you're already on top of them. I love finding the things. I love x-raying every square inch of the zone. That's my favorite thing to do. That is a level 49. What is with this DLC? Well, we'll see, Loke. Unfortunately, as much as I keep talking about the WoW run starting tomorrow, I may have to delay it because of Starfield. And I want you to know how much that personally hurts me.
Still in one piece. 2 arms, 2 legs. Still good to go.
Shut up.
Oh, my ear.
Yep, uh-huh.
Terror, what? At least I don't see a bot. You find anything?
Yes.
Injured. Well, what? Sounds like a plan. Let's head back down and...
Oh, so you insisted on coming along because you wanted to look after your investment. But the moment I have to actually go track him, you say you go do it, and I'll stay here at the camp. You... He's also coming with anyways. Oh my god. Yeah, Andromeda was a game made by devs who had never made a game before. In general, and had never made that type of game before. Made on an engine that arguably didn't support it, and given hardly any budget and resources to make it. This game, and this is important, Starfield was made by the A team of Bethesda. Their core central team, with a near infinite budget over the course of 8 years, with no other projects to distract them or delay them. Like, pretty much the moment they finished doing work on Fallout 4, they shifted over to this. And then they did side consulting work on Fallout 76. And ESO is, of course, a completely other thing. And yeah, they have hundreds of millions of budget. They had a blank check. People who have known their craft and know each other and have for years, so expansion effect should be taking place. And they had almost a decade to make this game. Please think about all of that, because it really shines a light on how trash this game really is. When I crap on Secret of the Stars, remember that that was made by a studio who was jumping into a genre they knew nothing about and tried to push out the cheapest, quickest game in that genre they could for the wrong system, actually. It was originally a NES game. It was later pushed out to be a SNES game. In an era and environment where they had no idea what they were doing and just didn't have the resources to give them. Like, it was a terrible, terrible game. But Starfield has absolutely no excuse. I actually agree with Huthor. I think this game had a lot of stop-go problems. And I almost guarantee that... What? You're kidding. Okay, thank you. And now it's dinner time, and I haven't even gotten to the last quest yet. I do not know that with 100% certainty, Mr. Ed. However, I do know that with 100% certainty.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited?
I hate you and everything about you.
House Vethal's, eh? It makes sense.
You've seen him?
Irina. Zen. Never mind. As I said, we keep to our... But...
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too cool. We sent him no... There's a lot. He claimed we even gave...
Thanks for the help.
All must serve.
I'm sorry, I missed Exaggerative. Oh, there we go. I mean, if you think about it, can a tank really have too much health, Exaggerative? I cannot freaking believe I'm still playing this DLC. I'm more angry about that than anything else. This trash DLC that just does not know when to stop. Alright, what's the bad news, Huthor? Yeah, $30 for this. $30 for this.
I bet this is it. You go on ahead. I'll keep watch.
Okay. Tomorrow, we will be playing Starfield.